You're at 109 right now.
How can you lose when you're doing you?
It's a marathon. You're at 109 right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to jump on the road and head back home. I'm in downtown Los Angeles. I've set up my camera to film Los Angeles. Right now I'm filming myself. There are just a lot of young people I'm noticing. I just drove past the University of Southern California, USC. Young people out. I noticed the women, and they're scantily clad, you know, little shorts and things, but athletic. Like, dang, man, look at them, so athletic, running, a lot of runners. So I'll just be talking about the things that I'm noticing as I'm driving around the city. So, in my own little bubble, okay? So let's get on the road.
I see you back, man.
All right, folks, so the problem here is that I'm gonna run out of, the battery is gonna run out very shortly, very soon. And that's not good. So you're not gonna get much of a commentary on things that we see in Los Angeles. I'm pulling away from the curb now, and here we go. So what street is this? I am on Hill. All right, I'm on Hill. It's 10:08 in the morning. I'm on Hill, and we're at Olympic right now. Olympic is a popular street. You know, it's one of the main drags. I might as well just take Olympic down. No one's crossing the street, so we'll just turn here. Yep. So we're just, you know, observing things, looking at the city as we're rolling, driving around the city as I do. A few seconds before the light turns, so we're good. Yellow light now, just keep it pushing. What can I say? I never lived downtown, and the impression that I had of downtown is just too many homeless people. You might not be able to see him, but he's off to the left over here. This homeless man is urinating. You probably can't see him. He's probably not in the shot, but the homeless man is urinating. Can you see him? I think you can. Yeah, off to the left. So he's just standing there urinating. Things you see in Los Angeles. I don't usually see homeless people urinating on the streets. I'm sure it's a common, you know, sighting. I remember I was riding with my cousin probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and there was a woman out here, and she needed to go to the bathroom, and she dropped her pants in the middle, you know, in the middle of the street where it was visible to everyone, and we were passing by her, and she just dropped her pants and then dropped down to urinate. We were somewhere near Skid Row when that happened. So, okay. So aside from the homelessness, I mean, you have to mention the homelessness, because the homeless people who are out here in Los Angeles, there's so many of them. Los Angeles is a sanctuary city, and it's catering to, the last number I recall was like 40,000, you know, homeless people. And they certainly chose an interesting city to reside in. It's a sanctuary city, so it's the place. I hope that what I'm saying, that my commentary is interesting, I hope I don't sound like I'm only rambling. Maybe I am rambling. I'm just trying to give you my, you know, ideals. Not really my ideals, but my impressions of the city. Peacock, The Office. Looks like, what is this? The Paper. Oh, look at that. So Oscar from The Office is going to be in The Paper, a new show on Peacock. Okay. Maybe for someone who hears this commentary, maybe that means something to you. In my case, I watched The Office when I lived in South Korea. So a show called The Paper is interesting to me. I don't know if I'll have the time, the inclination to watch, but certainly something to, you know, pique my curiosity. So this black truck here, this guy is if you notice his license plate and just above it, there are these letters and numbers, TCP. Yeah, that tells you immediately that he's working, that he has a job, he's a driver. TCP numbers on the back of the cars. If you look to the left, you'll see the infamous skyrise that was being constructed and then it was canceled. The development was canceled like mid-project, and because they lost funding. And you know, local graffiti artists just went in there and wreaked havoc. They just colorized it, if you will. They put graffiti all over it, which is cool. I mean, it's cool. And well, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to say. So many different perspectives. If you're a capitalist and you're looking at it, you're saying, well, they went bankrupt. And then the wolves, you know, got to it. The graffiti artists, the local graffiti artists. But if you are the graffiti artist, then you just saw it as, hey, an opportunity to shine, you know, and you saw the graffiti, or you saw the development of this high-rise hotel or whatever, as, you know, an intrusion on your part. An intrusion on not on your part, but on your land, on your community, because those high-rise buildings, high-rise apartments are going to cost a lot of money, and the graffiti artists aren't going to be the ones staying there. It's going to be some white people with money. So we're rolling down whatever street this is. I don't know the street. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, but I don't know these streets, all of them. This is Figueroa. Of course I know Fig. Everyone knows Fig. Yeah, this is a terrible street. Yeah, prostitution. This street is rife with prostitution further down, further south. Yeah. Figueroa is, yeah, it's not the nicest street, because I'm headed toward the University of Southern California. I'm headed toward USC. That's straight ahead of us. And USC is situated in the heart of the ghetto, in the heart of the hood. By the ghetto, by the hood, I mean a black and brown community that is underserved. So when black and brown people move into communities, white money moves out, and then there's not a recycling of dollars that is there to uplift the community. Am I right? Am I wrong? This is not an opinion. I mean, this is what happens. All right, guys, so I'm setting up the microphone. You're going to hear me in a second. It'll be much clearer once I use these microphones from Rode. Okay, I'm going to set these up. So the AC is blowing. It's a hot day in Los Angeles. I'm using my GoPro. I've got the GoPro with the microphone mod sort of setup with the Rode. What you're watching me on right now is another GoPro. I have two GoPros. I have a GoPro Volta charging the battery right now that you're watching me on. Once everything is set up, give me about a minute or two, and I'm gonna have two cameras on one on the street, and then one you'll be looking at me, and then the microphone will be set up so we'll have better audio than you're getting right now. All right, so I'll see you back in a minute or so.
In the marathon.
Alrighty, we are on the move now. Let's see. This is mostly a working class community in Inglewood here. I imagine 50, 80, 100 years ago, this was a different community. Now this person should have let me go because I am on the right. She should have let me go. Ugh, man, I can't stand people who don't know the rules of the road. Maybe she knows the rules, but she was just being one of those. I don't appreciate that. Because if we arrive at the intersection, the stop sign together, it's the person on the right. That's me who's supposed to be allowed to go forward. She was like, no, I'm going. I've got, see, I don't like that. Nah, go play by the rules. All right. Little kids ice cream, little spot. I'm going 23 miles per hour, just so that you know. I'm covering all my bases, okay? We're gonna keep this oh so what can we solve? What can I call it? I don't know. All right, let me give you some information. This is a tripod setup. Over here, the camera is set up on a tripod. And so what that means is there's going to be a little shaky, right? It's standing alone. I've set it up nicely so that it's rocking and rolling. It's situated nicely and it's not toppling over. That's beautiful. I set that up. That's dope, okay? The other camera is up here, is watching the road. So I'm giving you a little bit of the road, okay? All right, let me tell you a little something about this intersection right here. This is 104th and Crenshaw. When I was growing up, we used to make that left like those cars just did. And we would go right up there to my cousin's house. Always come down here to 104th, make that left, and go over there. It's kind of a right to me from this direction. I'm headed north. We would be headed south, turn left, go up to my cousin's house, man. They still own the house up there. I haven't been there. My cousin doesn't live there anymore. So, it's different. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful, yeah. Crenshaw Boulevard, baby. So I have to pick up my client at, she said pick her up around 2 o'clock. So I'm on my way there. It's 1:44 right now. So we've got 16 minutes to get there. That's all of the time we need. I might need a little bit more time. But truth be told, usually my client isn't always, working on, I don't want to say punctual because she is punctual, but sometimes she needs a little bit of slack. All right. I don't want to say, oh, she's not on time. No, that's not it at all. Okay. She's on time, but sometimes she needs a little bit more time. So that gives me a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of slack. So I'm on my way there to be there for 2 o'clock, but she might be ready a little bit later. That's fine. I'm serving her, so it's all good. It's all good. I'm in my city of Los Angeles, so I'm just happy to have a client have something to do, keep me busy. I'm not looking to be busy because I can find things like making these videos. That's a creative outlet that will keep me busy. But what my client does, give me a little money. Because boy, let me talk about jobs out here, man. Everywhere you go, it's like a Latino clique. I'm sure they size you up. Like, look, if you're not Latino, we're not hiring you. I saw something for the first time. I had never seen this in my life. A few weeks ago, I was at Venice Beach. I never saw this. Let me give you an example about the Latino workforce. I had just picked up this car and I was driving down an alley from the parking lot. All right, the parking lot. Let me be more descriptive and more detailed. On Market Street, that's where I park my car. There's a parking lot right there on Market Street. There's a parking lot there, and I park there. Usually park there. They know me. They park my car for me, you know, whatever, valet park type of a thing. All right. I was driving away from the parking lot, driving down the alley, going home. As I was driving down the alley, I saw the Latino workers from one particular restaurant. They were in the alleyway. They were seated. They were seated on the, like, it pretty much was on the street, on the ground. I think there was a little curb, a little lip on the ground for them to sit on. Right outside of the restaurant, in the alley, they were seated there on the curb, on the lip. And they were eating their lunch. There was like 5, maybe 6 of them. And it struck me as, dang, look at that. Number one, they're all Latino. I can't call it. I don't know if they're Mexican, Guatemalan, Hondureño, Guatemalteco. I think I said Guatemalan, Guatemalteco, Hondureño, Nicaragüense, Mexicano, Cubano. You know, I don't know. They could have been any number of these Latinos. But they all worked there. They all were eating their lunch, sitting on that curb, that nasty curb, outside in the alley where the trash is located and where they put the trash out there, you know. And I was like, okay, for one, where are the blacks? Where are the black people? Where are we? Where are my people? We weren't working there. Perhaps for a number of reasons. One reason could be the cost. That's one reason. Oh, we don't want to work for that. You need to pay us more. We're looking for jobs that pay more. You know, there's that argument. But then the other thing is a racial component. Like, all of them are Latin. They all speak Spanish. And when they look to hire people, they look to hire people who also speak Spanish. So imagine that. If you don't speak Spanish, you're not even getting those low wage jobs in Los Angeles, in America oftentimes. So that's just one example right here in Los Angeles at that particular restaurant. But imagine on a macro economic level, on a macro scale, that is one restaurant. Think about all the other restaurants throughout the city, the state, the country that are occupied, they hired Latinos to do the work. It's mind-boggling. Right now, personally, it concerns me only because I'm like, dang, even if I wanted a job there, they probably wouldn't hire me. Like, there are a lot of decent jobs and folks get, you know, decent wages. When I was driving for I was doing sort of like DoorDash, but it was for a different company, called a black-owned company called Wave M. Over 3 years ago now. I remember going to Santa Monica, picking up food, and in the restaurant, it was a Benihana's. I was picking up an order from Benihana's. Was it a Benihana's? Because Benihana's is known for serving up the food on the tables, not really takeout. I'm not sure. I don't go to Benihana's that often to know for sure. But I think it was in the general area where Benihana's is located in Santa Monica. Anywho, I'm in the kitchen, or at least I had to walk through the kitchen to get to the food where they were setting up, or where they were, you know, handing the food out. Everybody in the kitchen was Latino, speaking Spanish music on the radio probably. And I'm like, dang, where are my people? Where are my people? And when I say my people, I mean black people. But last night I was watching a video and they were saying something about black people. They were like, you're not black. I was watching it was on Instagram or TikTok. The woman said, you're not black. She said, you're a Native American. And she went through the tribes. She said, if you're from New York, you're from this tribe. If you're from North Carolina, you're probably from this tribe. South Carolina, Georgia. She went through all of these states. She's like, these are the tribes that populated those states. And those are the tribes that you are most likely from if you were from those states. My dad always told me, he's from Florida, so his folks were Seminole. The Seminole Indians. You have the Seminole, you have the Muskogee, and you have some other tribes, but those are some of the largest tribes there. So there's some truth, there's a lot of truth in what that woman was saying, but we didn't get that history, we didn't get that education in school. They didn't teach us about that. I remember one time we did a research project when I was in the 4th grade in Miss Wilson's class, and the subject was Native Americans, and I did the Algonquin Indians. I'll never forget that. But there wasn't this pervasive, this overriding, this predominant ideal that those of us in the classroom who would consider ourselves black were actually Native Americans and had connections to these Native American tribes. It was more so we're looking at the Native American tribes as if, oh, they were here before the white man. That's a history that we're going to learn about this week. And then that was it. Ms. Wilson might have said, you know, some of your family, she might have said it, but it didn't hit us. It didn't hit me. It didn't resonate with me. Hey, you are a Native American. She didn't make that. She didn't put that on us. You are a Native American. You're not a black person. Black is it a color? It's the absence of color. Right? Don't get me wrong. I identify as black. Politically, that is a term that I use to describe myself. I'm black. People like me, we are black. But there's more to us than just that descriptor. So let's not get it twisted. I am ADOS. I am FBA, Foundational Black American. I am American descendant of slavery. Those are facts. I'm at Nipsey Hussle's Square. Nipsey Hussle Square. They've got it set up for Nipsey. This is Crenshaw and Slauson, baby. This is it right here. Neighborhood Nip. Right here. Crenshaw and Slauson. Nipsey. All right. I've been rambling on about different things, and I forgot that the purpose of this video is to give you a view of Los Angeles and get some commentary about actually what you're seeing. Not about me personally, but about what you're seeing. So let's get into it. This is Crenshaw Boulevard. The name Crenshaw, well, let me say this. Predominantly Crenshaw today is a black or brown predominant community. Low income, I think. Some. No, not really. I think you have to go further east to get to the low income. It's just like, I'm just gonna say moderate, middle. If you go west of Crenshaw, incomes start to rise. You go east of Crenshaw, you might find a pocket of people here or there who have money, but for the most part, as you go to the east side, things start to drop off. There's not a lot of money over there. West side, go to the west side, the money. That's where the money is. The west side, that's where Beverly Hills is. You dig? Okay, so that's about it. These batteries, I've been talking for 15 minutes now. Yeah, this was a test. I just wanted to test this out, see how it's going. The next video, I'll drive down maybe Central Avenue. Woo! I need some water. My voice. I've been talking a lot. All right, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Peace and blessings from Crenshaw Boulevard, Crenshaw on 54th Street, right here, baby. Los Angeles, California, South Central, y'all. Yay, yay.
October 9th. That's where it starts.
You see, it's the same old thing.